Hi, I'm Nicole, and this is how you make a cheesecake. The first thing you'll need to start the crust is your Reynolds aluminum foil, the springform pan, your measuring cups and spoons, a wooden spoon to stir, a measuring cup, sugar, graham crackers, and butter. The first thing you want to do before you start any of your recipes is make sure that you wash your hands with soap and water. Next you're going to do the foil. You want to make sure you place it and make sure it gets around all the edges so that way you can fit the side of the springform around it. At the bottom so it's nice and tight. And then put it on the pan and make sure the sides are secure. Alright, to do the crust, we start by taking 2 cups of pre-crushed graham crackers, or you can do 2 packages and crush them yourself. They both work the same way. Then you're going to add 1/4 cup of sugar. Make sure it's level. And you can mix together the graham crackers and the sugars first if you want. And then we heat 1/2 cup of butter. Now put the butter in the microwave and heat it till it's melted, probably for about 30 seconds, depending on your microwave. Then add the butter to the mixture. You want to then stir it until it's all mixed together. And don't be bashful. Okay, then when the mixture's done, go ahead and pour all of it into the springform pan. So get ready to press it to the edges. You want to start by pushing the crust out to the edges to make sure that you have enough. And don't be afraid to be bashful and like really squish it in there. You want to make sure that it's pretty thin so that way you have enough for the bottom. Make sure when you're pressing the crust out, you realize that most of the time with the springform pan, it'll get caught in the corners. So you want to make sure you go along and press hard so that way you can get all that extra crust out of there and it won't be too thick. And when you're done pressing your crust, it should look pretty even. All the silver should be covered. You can put it aside and then you're ready to start your filling. Make sure you preheat your oven to 375 degrees beforehand so that way it's ready once you're done with the filling. Okay, the things you'll need for your filling are vanilla extract, 16 ounces of cream cheese or 2 packages, 1/2 cup of sugar, 3 eggs. You'll also need a measuring cup, measuring spoons, a mixing bowl, and an electric mixer. Next, you're going to open up both packages of cream cheese and you're going to dump it into your mixing bowl. And you want to mix the cream cheese first, so that way you can make sure that you try to get any lumps out before they start. After you add the liquid, that's when you have problems with lumps. So if you mix it first, it'll help a lot. Next, you're going to add your half a cup of sugar and mix that in. You want to make sure that's nice and smooth. Then you'll add your 3 eggs and the vanilla. And then you're ready to mix it all together. And then after you have everything mixed together, you're going to take the filling and you're going to pour it into your crust. And remember, as tempting as it may be to eat the filling, don't eat it while it's raw. It has raw eggs in it, and so you want to avoid salmonella poisoning and all the gross stuff you could get. Then you're going to put your cheesecake in the oven. And set your timer for 20 minutes. In order to keep yourself from having to do a ton of dishes later, make sure while your cheesecake's in the oven, you go ahead and wash the dishes now. Okay, when your cake's ready, remove it from the oven. Be careful not to burn yourself. And the cake's going to be kind of goopy because it's got to set before it'll harden. And make sure you let it sit out for 10 minutes before you put it in the refrigerator. Then you're going to put your cake in the refrigerator for 45 minutes before you do the topping. Okay, so after your cake is done refrigerating, you should get out the stuff for your topping. You're going to need sugar, a measuring cup. You're going to need 16 ounces of sour cream, measuring cup, vanilla, a spoon and a spatula to help you mix, and a mixing bowl. You're also going to need the Reynolds wrap to wrap the cake after you're done. Okay, first you're going to preheat the oven to 475 degrees. And you're going to add your 2 cups of sour cream to the bowl. And make sure you get about 1/4 cup of sugar. Make sure you flatten it so it's even. And a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then you're going to just mix it all together with a wooden spoon. Alright, then you're going to take your topping, you're going to scrape it out of the bowl to the cake. And this is a little easier to do with a spatula because it'll help you even out the topping, as well as to get all the stuff out of the bowl. And then you're going to just come around and smooth it so that the topping reaches the edges of the graham cracker crust. And then you can smooth it around as much as you like. Then you need to cover the cake with aluminum foil to make sure it doesn't scorch the top when you put it in the oven. So this time you're going to bring the aluminum foil around the top so that way it's easier to open after you're done. Around the sides so that way the top is enclosed. And you're ready to bake. Right, and when your oven's ready, just take your cake and put it in to bake for 10 minutes. Right, when your cake's ready, remove it from the oven and set it out and let it cool for about 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, take the cake and put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. After that, your cheesecake should be ready. After 24 hours, your cake should be ready. And you can take it out and uncover it and see your finished product. And to finish, you're going to release the springform and take it off your cake.
Oh!
Then you can cut your cheesecake. Serve and enjoy.